Ayona Biswas, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Indian Institute of Engineering, Science and Technology, Shibpur, West Bengal. Engineer E. Srinivasachari, FIE, Chairman, ECM of Telangana State Center Institution of Engineers, India. Dr. G. Venkata Subbai Garu, FIE, Honorary Secretary of Telangana State Center. Professor Dr. P. Satish Kumar, FIE, Convener of ECM of Telangana State Center. Past Presidents, past Vice Presidents, Council Members, past Chairman, past Honorary Secretaries, Committee Members of Telangana State Center, Corporate Members of Telangana State Center, Members of Energy Conservation Mission, budding engineers, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all of you. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a warm and hearty welcome to all of you to this technical talk as a part of fortnight web series of ECM on energy-exergy analysis of parabolic trough collector integrated S-ORC to be delivered by Dr. Sandeep Shah, Assistant Professor, Department of Aerospace Engineering, IIT Kharagpur, Ms. Ayona Biswas, Department of Mechanical Engineering, IIST Shibpur. I am glad to inform that the Telangana State Center, the Institution of Engineers, is organizing, which is the legacy of erstwhile Nizam's Hyderabad State Center, formed on 28th August 2016 after bifurcation of AP State Center. It has more than 9,576 corporate members on its rolls, and it is one of the most active centers of the Institution of Engineers India, which engage successfully in translating the objectives and the mission of the Institution of Engineers into practice and backed Best State Center Award for the past 2 years. I am also glad to inform you about our Institution of Engineers India, which is the largest multidisciplinary professional body encompassing 15 engineering branches in the about 8 lakh membership, and gives engineers a global platform for sharing professional interest and information. The Institution of Engineers is for your information, I would like to say that it is established in 1920 with its headquarters at Calcutta and incorporated in 1935 by the Royal Charter, the only professional body in India which accorded this honor and serving the engineering fraternity for the past 1 century. The IEI is the first professional body to represent India in several international bodies like World Federation Engineering Organization, famously known as WFEO, World Mining Congress, Commonwealth Engineers Council, Federation of Engineering Institutes of South and Central Asia, and the Institution of Engineers India functions with and among us the professional engineers, academicians, and research workers, and provides a vast array of technical, professional, and supporting services to the government, the industries, the academic, and the engineering community, operating through its 125 centers located across the country and 6 overseas chapters. Besides, the Institution of Engineers has bilateral agreements with about 31 international bodies and membership of another 8 international bodies of the developed nations across the globe. The Telangana State Center is playing a very vital role in dissemination of information on engineering and contemporary technology, bringing industry, academia, experts, and professionals together on the same platform. And India accounts for almost 40% of Asia's renewable capacity expansion and is on its way to becoming the third largest growth market after China and US in the period the year 2021 to 26. India is likely to add 121 gigawatts of renewable energy, which is a great increase of around 86%. and generating energy that produces no greenhouse gas emissions from fossil fuels and reduces some types of pollution, and also creating economic development, jobs and manufacturing, and installation and many more sectors. I hope the present presentation by the speakers will throw a light on the emerging issues in the renewables. Since I know you're all anxiously awaiting to hear the talk from the eminent speakers, I am limiting myself and hope that you will really enjoy the talk and the presentations. And before the talk is started, I request today's chief guest and speaker to be introduced by Professor Dr. Satish Kumar, P. Convener of the ECM, and thank one and all for this. Over to Professor Satish Kumar.
Sir, thank you very much, sir, Chairman Sri Brahma Reddy Garu, for giving his valuable opening remarks. Sir, Professor Satish Kumar is another meeting.
Okay.
So now I am continuing, sir. Sir,
can you introduce the
sir. Energy Conservation Mission, the Institution of Engineers Telangana State Center, welcomes you all for fortnight webinar series. Today's technical talk on energy-exergy analysis of parabolic through collector integrated S-ORC. Today's respected speaker, Dr. Sandeep Shah, Assistant Professor, Department of Aerospace Engineering, IIT Kharagpur, and co-speaker, Mrs. Sayona Biswas, Department of Mechanical Engineering, IIT Shibpur, and respected our Chairman, Sri B. Brahma Reddy Garu, in Institution of Engineers Telangana State Center Chairman, Dr. G. Venkat Subbaya Garu, Honorary Secretary, FIA, Institution of Engineers Telangana State Center, and other members of ECM, past presidents, vice president, and council members, and also members of the institution, corporate members of the institution, and members of the Energy Conservation Mission, and all the participants. Very good evening to all. I feel, as you know, this fortnight webinar series is started since last 1 month. Already, this is the third lecture we are organizing. Because of prevailing COVID, these lectures is being organized on virtual basis. Otherwise, we would have conducted these meetings physical platform. Anyway, I am very happy to conduct this technical talk on energy-exergy analysis parabolic to collector integrated S-ORC. So it is my duty to tell about our energy conservation mission. Energy conservation mission has been formed in the year December 2003 with many energy passionate practicing professionals who work on voluntary basis to ensure efficient and optimal usage of energy in all its forms and dimensions, to spread the message of perceived proper usage of energy to all consumers of energy, for spreading the interrelatedness of energy and environment and resource utilization. For operational convenience and practical identification, Energy Conservation Mission is functioning as a wing of Institution of Engineers Telangana State Center, Hyderabad. So many of you must know ECM, Energy Conservation Mission, is conducting many regular programs, energy audits, seminars, workshops, even exhibitions during pre-COVID period, and also we also give lecture not only at the institutions, and also we go outside and to the schools and colleges with our team of Energy Conservation Mission team, and we participate in the awareness programs at schools and colleges, and also we formed energy clubs at schools and colleges. About 100 clubs we have formed still so far, and also we conduct awareness program in the public residential colonies areas and many more awareness programs are being arranged by the Energy Conservation Mission in the Institution of Engineers, Telangana State Center. So generally, we also celebrate Energy Conservation Day every year. 14th, 1 week celebrations are will be conducted, and this year also we conducted in a big way after some gap of COVID last 2 years. So anyway, Energy Conservation Mission is planned for this energy fortnight webinar series with different talks through Zoom cloud meeting app. So already we conducted one talk on January 21st on energy conservation in domestic sector, and second of 5th February on demand side management with the smart with Dr. TV Smart Suman delivered the lectures. Today we are going to attend. We are now going to listen about the third lecture on this energy-exergy analysis of parabolic through collector ORC. Dr. Sandeep and his co-speaker Mrs. Hayona Biswas. So we have series of fortnight series. Next our lecture will be 5th March. That will be on investment grade energy audit of government hospital facility Hyderabad by Mr. Srinivasarao. Anyway, we will be circulating that information later. Anyway, lastly, in view of this, ECM organizing ECM IITS organizing this webinar, I welcome Dr. Sandeep Saha and assistant professor and also co-speaker Mrs. Ayona Biswas to deliver the lecture. On behalf of Energy Conservation Mission, Institution of Telangana Center, I welcome both the speakers for today's lecture. Thank you, sir. Thank you, one and all. Thank you very much, sir. Actually, this our convener is on special emergency, could not attend. Now I introduce today's speaker. I think Sandeep Sa also is in some emergency. Will join. Told he'll join soon later. Now we have co-speaker Ayona Biswas. She's a mechanical engineer from Department of Mechanical Engineering, Shibpur. So our research area includes solar energy, CFD, heat transfer, biofuels, and biofuel combustion. And also, actually, this presentation is done with both other PhD scholars. Also, Arindam Mandal has received he is a BE and MTech from the aerospace engineering from IIEST Shibpur and IIT Kharagpur. He is also presently graduate research assistant in the Department of Aerospace Engineering in IIT Kharagpur. His research interest includes, but are not limited to, micropower generation, CFD, waste heat recovery, renewable energy, drag reduction. So anyway, both of them are participating in this today's lecture. So I request the speakers, the co-speakers, to deliver their lecture. Thank you, sir, and thank you. Now I am handing over this mic to Mrs. Ayona Biswas to continue the lecture. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I am Ayona Biswas from IST Shibpur Mechanical Engineering Department, and today's topic is energy and exergy analysis of parabolic trough collector integrated with solar organic ranking cycle. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to present this. Okay, now the solar, being one of the most encouraging environmentally friendly power sources, is a magnificent method to fulfilling the world energy need. Various development approaches for successfully transmitting the solar energy into the electricity generation have emerged in the recent years, and this work examines the organic ranking cycle associated with the parabolic trough solar collector from a thermodynamic point of view. And the current investigation used 6 different working fluid: oxylene, toluene, ethyl benzene, N-octane, N-heptane, and N-nonane. The total exergy destruction rate and the irreversibility ratio are two important energy boundaries that we explore here. According to the our findings, if we increase the turbine inlet temperature, then an increase in electrical efficiency, net power production, and expansion ratio, and the energy and efficiency, while simultaneously lowering the absolute energy destruction rate and
Slides moving
turbine
లేదా
size
slides?
parameter. Hello.
Yona, do you want to move this
Yeah,
slides?
Go to the introduction slide.
Okay, one by one you tell. Whenever you want to change the slide, you tell. And also go slowly. Nothing hurry. Go slowly. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Then come to the introduction slide. Yes, sir.
Yes.
The solar, being one of the most encouraging environmentally friendly power source, is a magnificent method for fulfilling the world energy need. The various development approaches for successfully transmitting the solar energy into the electricity generation had emerged in recent years. So, in our experiment, the organic ranking cycle associated with the parabolic trough solar collector from a thermodynamic point of view, and our current investigation use six different organic working fluid. Those are come to the next slide. Yeah, O-xylene, then toluene, then ethyl benzene, N-octane, N-nomen, and N-heftane. And now I shortly described about our work. Basically, when we increase the exergy destruction rate and the irreversibility, those are the important energy boundary that we explored here. And according to our findings, if we increase the turbine inlet temperature, then an increase in the electrical efficiency, net power production, and expansion ratio, and the exergy efficiency, while simultaneously lowering then the absolute exergy destruction rate and the turbine size parameter. So the fluid with most noteworthy exergy efficiency effectiveness is O-xylene, and the fluid with least exergy production is an heftane. And it turned into the additionally observed that the parabolic trough collector are the prime explanation for the destruction. Consequently, the parabolic trough collector should to be designed cautiously if we want to lessen the exergy destruction. Okay. Then come to the next slide. This is system description. Yeah. And in this figure, we come to know that the parabolic trough collector is combined with the organic ranking cycle, and turbine, condenser, evaporator, and pumps are the four major components of the organic of the ranking cycle. And through the evaporator, the organic ranking cycle is connected to the solar field of the parabolic trough collector, and the pump compresses the working fluid from the condenser, and which is supplied back to the evaporator, and which is heated by the useful heat from the parabolic trough solar panel to generate the superheated steam. And after that, the superheated steam enters in the turbine and expand to a low pressure, and the shaft attached to the generator rotates to generate the electricity. The turbine exhaust is then condensed into a liquid by releasing the heat to the atmosphere inside the condenser, and the cycle is completed when the liquid is compressed. And thermonuclear VP1 was selected as heat transfer fluid for the solar circuit, and this oil was selected for its excellent heat transfer properties and utilized for its property and for the temperature control. They are used in various power generation plant as a heat transfer fluid for parabolic trough collector for power generation. Then come to the next point. Next slide. Yes, there are some parameters and some assumption which we take during the experiment. The turbine inlet pressure of the organic ranking cycle is 2 megapascal, and the isentropic pump efficiency and the turbine efficiency at 85%, and the pump inlet and the pump inlet temperature is 393 Kelvin, and the mass flow rate of the all fluid is 4 kg per second. And there are some specification of the parabolic trough collector which we used in this current experiment. Then come to the next slide. Then come to the methodology part. There are some methodology of solar modeling, then organic ranking cycle modeling, and the exergy modeling. And in solar modeling part, we use some mathematical expression of the available solar energy, the useful thermal output, etc. Then the tubular absorber absorbs the less energy due to the optical losses as shown in the equation. Then come to the next slide. Yes. The energy balance on the absorber is basic equation is presented here, and there are some expression like the useful energy and the thermal losses, and is there, and there are some expression of the thermal losses is expressed here. Then come to the next slide, which is organic ranking cycle modeling. In the organic ranking cycle modeling, the heat addition to the power cycle, the heat rejection to the power cycle, and the power output of the turbine, the isentropic efficiency of the pump, isentropic efficiency of the turbine is expressed here, and the net electrical efficiency of the system is also expressed here. Then come to the next slide, which is exergy analysis. Yeah, here the irreversibility ratio of the expression of the irreversibility ratio and the exergy balance of a control volume at steady state and the physical flow exergy per unit mass flow rate, etc. is expressed here, and the ranking cycle and the turbine size parameter is also which is the another crucial parameter in study the size and character of the turbine in organic ranking cycle is also expressed here. Then come to the result and discussion session slide, result and discussion slide. And then come to the next slide. Yes. Here the variation of net electrical power output with the turbine inlet temperature for various organic working fluid, and the next slide the net electrical efficiency with the turbine inlet temperature for different organic fluid is expressed here. From the figure we come to conclude that if we increase the inlet temperature of the turbine, then there is an increase observed in the net electric power production and the electricity efficiency. And these two graphs also shown that when the inlet temperature of the turbine rises, the nonane, octane, and N-heptane exhibits a slight improvement in the power and the efficiency. And the organic working fluid like O-xylene, of course, has the best electrical efficiency. Similarly, if we talk about the power production of the all operating working fluid, consider the performance of the O-xylene is the best. And on the other hand, the N-heptane has the least electrical efficiency and the power production rate. Then the impact of the inlet fluctuation on a system exergy performance, like in the graph, the variation of the exergy efficiency with turbine inlet temperature for various organic fluid is shown here. And the another graph, the next graph, the variation of the total exergy destruction rate with the turbine inlet temperature for various organic working fluid is shown. And it can be seen from these two graphs that the exergy efficiency as well as the electricity efficiency increases when the inlet temperature of the turbine is increased. The exergy efficiency for 3 thermodynamic fluid use that is N nonane, or n heptane and n octane increment somewhat with the fluctuation of the turbine inlet temperature, and a similar behavior is also observed for the exergy loss for these three working fluid, which is which are n nonen, n heptane and n heptane. And that is with the change of the turbine inlet temperature, the exergy of efficiency for this fluid will increases. In addition to that, if the total exergy disruption rate decreases, then when the inlet temperature of the turbine is increased, and in this manner, to the electricity efficiency and the power production, we've seen that the fluid or xylene has elevated exergy efficiency, whereas on the other hand, it often is the fluid with least efficiency. Then the come to the summary. In our present study, a comprehensive exergy analysis of the parabolic trough collector was performed using the organic ranking cycle. For evaluation, if we examined 6 hydraulic fluid O xylene, toluene, ethyl benzene, n-octane, n-heptane, and n-nonane. According to our result of this study, if we increase the turbine inlet temperature, it improves the net electrical power and electrical efficiency and exergy efficiency, and reduces the overall destruction rate and improves the system exergetic and energetic performance. And it was found that xylene has the highest exergy and energy performance among the 6 organic working fluid, and while n-heptane has the lowest exergy and energy performance. And is turned into additionally observed that the parabolic trough collector are the reason for destruction of the exergy. Consequently, parabolic trough collector ought to be designed cautiously if we want to lessen the exergy destruction. It is pertinent to be noted that the increment of turbine inlet temperature for a steady state flow process requires a greater number of solar collector installation due to the operational limitation associated with them. Thus, the increasing the cost as well as the space requirement. Furthermore, at higher operating temperature, which is greater than 370 degrees centigrade approximately, the traditional working ranking cycle offers the better efficiency than the organic ranking cycle, and addressing the economic validity based on depending on the investment cost and operating the inlet temperature of the efficient operation. A trade-off between system simplicity and profitability leaves a larger scope for the future research. That's all from myself, and thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ayona Biswas. Good lecture on this special energy-exergy and parabolic model. Now, I request any participants, any query or doubt, they can ask directly. Participants, then any clarification, doubts, they can ask.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Aruna here, the committee member from CSC. Sir, good evening, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, a small doubt. Actually, this system is already existing, or you are planning to exit this system?
Yeah, because due to the COVID case, we can't implement it in physical mode. Basically, we write a ES code and we just simulate it accordingly. And the system is not existing.
No, in what way the present system is differ from this article which you are going to publish?
The system is under development in India, the present case.
So, what are the parameters being changed here? What are the developments? Means in which parameter you are going to change? in this article for research?
Yeah, we want to validate the system in the thermoeconomic point of view. In the last portion of my lecture, I told that the turbine size parameter and turbine inlet temperature and the parabolic trough, the design of the parabolic trough collector is the main source of the exergy destruction. So if we design it cautiously, then we can lessen the exergy destruction. So the economic validity based on the investment cost, the payback cost, and optimizing the inlet temperature of the turbine.
So you mean to say as the temperature is increasing day by day, so the turbine size increases, that are the parameters, inlet temperature is increasing.
Yes.
So those are the parameters being enhanced in this project.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Even I am the research scholar based on IoT. So just what are the parameters are being changed in this? I want to confirm. Okay, ma'am.
Madam, I will add for that one, madam. The
Uh,
temperature is the temperature and the pressure at which steam is produced.
yeah, that's
Actually,
what I'm
what
going
happening
to
there,
say.
madam?
As the temperature is increasing day on day, so the
Not day
turbine.
on day, madam. Not day on day.
Mm.
From that system, the temperature at which steam is forming is a function, madam.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Okay.
Okay.
And actually, the pressure and temperature are interrelated. For suppose there is one pressure, there is only one temperature known as the saturation temperature.
Both are
So
directly
here,
proportional.
yes, directly proportional. For, suppose one value is there, for that there is another value, only one unique value is there. So like that is known as the saturation. One is saturation for the another one, and in terms of the temperature, we are going to calculate the performance, and also exergy will be calculated for each component of the cycle, madam. There are four important components as speaker mentioned. For
Yeah.
everyone, we have to calculate the exergy.
Okay. This article is published, ma'am. You are going to publish it.
We are going to publish after that.
Okay. All the best, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Anyone participants can interact with the speaker, or any query doubts can rise. Anyone, any more? Nobody? Okay. Huh? Any queries? No queries. Okay. Anyway, it's I think it is a experimental stage, and Iona Biswas conducted some research and sent a paper to our energy conservation mission celebrations. Same thing we requested to present today. So she presented very well, and we wish you all best for the Iona Biswas. And thank you once again. And now I request our honorary secretary, Dr. Venkat Subbaya garu, to tell us vote of thanks.
Okay, thank you, Chari Garu. So respected today's speakers, Dr. Sandeep Shaha, though absent, he is Assistant Professor, Department of Aerospace Engineering of IIT Kharagpur, and the actual speaker, Ms. Iona Biswas, Department of Mechanical Engineering, IIEST, Shibpur, Engineer B. Brahma Reddy, FIE, Chairman, IITSC, Engineer S. Srinivasachari, FIE, Chairman, ECM of IITSC. Then past presidents, past vice presidents, council members of IEI, past chairman, past honorary secretaries, committee members, corporate members of IEITC, members of Energy Conservation Mission, but on behalf of the on my own behalf, I convey our sincere and profound thanks to the speakers, Dr. Sandeep Saha and also Ms. Iona Biswas, for delivering a lecture on energy exergy analysis of parabolic trough Collector Integrated S-ORC. I also thank the dignitaries, past presidents of IEI, past chairman of IEA-TSC, past honorary secretaries of IEA-TSC, council members, committee members, corporate members, and others who made it convenient to attend this event. I also thank the representatives of media. So thanks one and all. Now I request all of you please rise for national anthem. Mahesh, end the program.